I'm exactly 48 hours post fat grafting procedure in my face, and I am shocked at how well the healing is going. And I want to show you everything. I have no tinted sunscreen, no makeup, nothing, not even a drop of mascara. Okay. So first of all, I have where the nano fat went in. There's a little bit of bruising there, but when I put makeup on, you can't see it. It's fine. This is like so easy to cover. And I was so worried that I would not be presentable for work meetings and just like going out in the world. I am still puffy in certain places, but I think if you don't know me in real life, it's probably not that big of a deal. You don't even know that something's there. It just looks like this is probably my face. But to get a little closer, you can see where the temples were filled in with the micro fat. It is a little puffy. That'll come down over time. It's not going to come down like all the way to what it was before, but probably another 20 or 30%, which is kind of the goal. Cheeks are a little bit puffy. You can see the puncture wounds there and here, and a little one here and on the other side. But overall, things are pretty great. And I'm going to put on a little bit of makeup and show you how easy it is to cover. Out of concealer, I'm just doing really the tiniest amount. I'm gonna have it match on both sides. I'm not even gonna use a brush because I am afraid that the brush might be too aggressive. So let's start here and just work that in super gently. That was nice. And I'm gonna pat this. I really don't want it to be, oh, we covered it. That's it. I think we're done. Okay, I'm pleased with that. Again, there's no filter, nothing here, and it's pretty good. You can see like the tiniest dot, but I'm honestly not worried about it. I don't care. I'm just gonna do a little lip oil. I'm not doing any blush or anything that could kind of interrupt the progress with my cheeks, but I'm happy with that. I can go out, I'm normal. So let's talk about what I'm doing that's helping me recover so quickly, because I've seen a lot of horror stories on the internet. Like before I got my procedure, I was like obviously looking up what everyone else was going through, and some of them were taking weeks to heal with like bruises and redness and whatever. And I think I'm going pretty quickly, and I'm 42 years old and I've got all sorts of issues like everyone else, but I am going through a very doctor approved protocol that I think is helping me. And I want to show you what I'm doing, because even if you're not doing fat grafting, you could be doing anything else. It may help you. Dr. Jaime knows that I'm doing all of this stuff, and she was actually kind of excited to hear that I have a good red light mask. Now, some of the red light masks that are like really budget friendly on the market, they're the wrong wavelength and they're not really doing anything, and that's just kind of like a fun thing to wear. This one actually does something. There are a few other good brands on the market. I'm not gonna lie, it is expensive, but I use it pretty much every night anyway, like this aside. On a normal day, I do one 10-minute session, but because I am doing my best to recover as quickly as possible, I'm doing a 10-minute session in the morning when I wake up. I'm like answering emails with this thing on, and then before I go to bed at night. So 2 a day, that's 20 minutes total. You can like watch TV, do whatever. Won't lie, this thing is expensive, but in my opinion, I have seen good results. I'm also taking these Elysium Basis vitamins. This is not sponsored, by the way. I'm just like telling you what I'm doing. I actually started taking these like a year and a half ago at the suggestion of one of my good friends who's a little bit older than me. She was like, oh, that really like helped with perimenopause things. And I was in the thick of it. I had like just started my patch and I felt like my hair was thinning, like everything was going wrong. And I started these. They are NAD, NMN, and NR. They're like the trifecta, okay? And there's a lot of research saying that NMN and NR are more effective than NAD, but like if you want the NAD effects, like anyway, these are pretty good. I noticed about a year ago when I was taking them that my skin was much better and my hair was growing thicker and faster and like much more like it did when I was in my 20s. So they're a little bit expensive. I don't take them all the time. I take them when I feel like I need to take them, and I'll go through like a 1-month course. And don't worry, I will link everything in the description. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that this is an everyday, all the time thing for me, but I feel like I am in need of like kind of heavy duty recovery so I can get through this quickly. Also, it was made very clear to me that no smoking, no drinking is the path forward. I don't smoke anyway. I hardly ever drink, so this is an easy one, but I am going out of my way to hydrate aggressively and limit caffeine for the next few days. I mean, I'm having coffee in the morning. I'm having a few cups of tea, but I'm not having like a triple venti, okay? You can probably tell my hair is a little dirty. I'm doing my best not to use any firm motion, and when I wash my hair I'm like really in there, so I am waiting another couple days. It's going to be a total of 5 days without a hair wash, which is unusual for me, but for some people that's just a normal week, right? I really want to give time to the temples to like not be aggravated, and where the injections went in is like right at the edge of my hairline, so I really don't want to get in there too much. Here for questions, whatever you want to ask. I would give Jamie a 10 out of 10 for this procedure because it did not really hurt very much. I was very scared about the pain. It was uncomfortable when she was injecting in my face. The fat extraction from my inner thighs didn't hurt at all. Like if you saw the first video, I didn't even notice it was happening. Like I saw her moving around down there, but I didn't feel it. When it went in my face, I'm not gonna lie, I was uncomfortable, but I was not like crying in pain. I just like didn't like the experience, and I don't like needles coming at my face in general. And she was brilliant because she hid almost all of the puncture points. So my temples are kind of in the hairline. She went in like this. And for my nasolabial folds, there are like these little dots here. They're almost gone. You cannot even really see them. And right now I don't even have any folds. Like they disappeared. I know that that is not going to be the case forever. It's a little bit of swelling, but so far so good. Probably the biggest issue I've had is the Sharpie markings and the bruising on my inner thighs. I will show you. You can see the size. I'm putting my hands there for scale because it's a little delicate and sore there, obviously, but it's not terrible. I'm still walking all over and doing everything I need to do. I'm not going aggressively with a washcloth. I'm just putting soap on with my hands and letting the shower do its thing. And I figure the Sharpie will eventually come off. That my friends asked yesterday was like, oh my God, your thighs look so skinny. Like, no, there's not a major difference. You hardly notice. Apparently, like one small syringe from each thigh does not make a big difference. So I would not go into this procedure if you're taking the fat from your thighs or your stomach or anywhere else, expecting to see an enormous bodily difference. But keep in mind that when you get that amount of fat, some of it is going to be like squeezed out and removed from the syringes. And then whatever makes it into your face, only about 60 or 65% of it is really going to survive long term. So in the scheme of things, your body is going to look pretty much the same and your face is going to be puffed up, inflated, but just subtly, not like really artificial fillers. And by the way, that's exactly what I want. I don't want my friends, family, anyone. I mean, obviously everyone's going to see this video if they're here, but I don't want people walking down the street to be like, look at that lady. She's had a lot done. I want to just look like myself, slightly improved. That's enough for me. I'm not trying to look like I've had 5 or 10 syringes of hyaluronic acid fillers or tons of Sculptra. You know, that kind of like big beefy chipmunky look that a lot of the girls get when they spend too much time in the Medi spas. I don't want that. I just want to be me. Obviously, I'm excited for the healing journey to continue to see what the final results are. And from my understanding, at around like 3 or 4 weeks, the fat that is going to die will have died off and the final results will pretty much be there. And I think that's pretty cool. So I will keep doing updates as often as anyone wants, and I'm just happy about it.